Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's lair. I'm your host, Larry, and we are back for another Kickstarter project here today. And this time, we're going to be checking out Battle Princess Madelyn, which is made by Causal Bit Games in association with Indie Hound. And this is an interesting situation of retro games meets newer sort of design philosophies in the gaming world that is sort of based around the idea of a father who plays games with his daughter, play a lot of old school games like Ghosts and Ghouls, from which this game takes a lot of inspiration. And if you're not familiar with Ghosts and Ghouls, it's one of those old arcade games made by, I think it was like Capcom or somebody. And the idea was you had to fight your way through an old graveyard, and your character could only take 2 hits of damage before they died, and you had to restart all the way over from, like, the beginning of the level. And there was a really long game, like, it was ridiculous to get through that thing. And the idea here is that when playing with his daughter, the guy who was making this game, his daughter said, "Daddy, can I be in the game? Because normally girls can't be knights," and her father's like, "Of course you can be in the game. I'll just make a game with you in it, since we can't really edit someone else's game." And that's where Battle Princess Madelyn sort of gets started from. And, you know, that's pretty cool. It's always nice when a father bonds in a game with his daughter, especially because it's not hard to make female protagonists or the option to be either male or female. So when AAA companies say that it's too difficult and then an indie just kind of does it on the flop of a hat, more power to them. And I also kind of like this game because it's got a lot of really great art in it. Like, this thing is illustrated well, there's a lot of great pixel art and everything. So let's just dive in here. So there's some old guy and he says, "We have no time for tears, Maddie. Be brave. We must go forth and find the others." "Oh, but how will we do that, Grampy?" "By stabbing them, of course, my dear. That's why we gave you the sword. Also, there's a very nice old lady. I think she's got magic." "Oh, hello. I know how to find those who wish not to be found. The horned sorcerer from the far north is clever, but he can be bested. I understand that wizards, much like regular people, die if you stab them in the face. In the old royal crypt, there is a map that may lead you to the path you seek, where you will find the sorcerer and hopefully save your family." But yeah, so the goal here is that there's an evil sorcerer, and he's bringing things back to life because, I mean, that's what sorcerers do. And conveniently, like, that provides us with an enemy, but it also provides us with our companion in this game. Cute little dog Fritzy. "Oh, Fritzy, is it really you? Oh, good boy, Fritzy. Oh, you're so cute and dead and..." Wait a minute. Are we sure we want to start playing with dead animals? Like, I know I'm a Chupacabra, but usually if I kill something, I either eat it or leave it. Like, that's the option. But yeah, so now we get to run around as a young squire or knight in training, and she is going to save the world. That's kind of her shtick. And we've got to defeat the old boneyard for our first little area. So this is basically an old graveyard. And we throw javelins, sort of similar to the original Ghosts and Ghouls game, or Ghouls and Ghosts. And then as we get hit, we lose our armor, and if we get hit again, then we die. Then we have to restart from a checkpoint. And that's kind of annoying. But yeah, like, I played a little bit of that game on a friend's console, because I had a lot of friends growing up that had, like, all the old gaming consoles, because their parents were kind of obsessed with old arcade games, which, you know, if you want to, like, chill with your friends at a sleepover, you could ask for worse in a friend besides a bunch of really swanky old games. And now we just gotta fight through this whole area of all these undead using double jumps and throwing stuff and dying occasionally and gathering loot. Now, I would normally say that I question how effective things like using old school games like this could be. Because this game, Ghouls and Ghosts, from which this game takes a lot of inspiration, was a particularly brutal title. Like, it was a pain in the ass. And I didn't care for it. Like, it had really good graphics. Like, this is really good pixel art. I love every bit of this. Like, there's a lot of depth to this game. There's stuff going on in the background. Enemies crawl up from underground. They come in from below you. They come in from the background. They climb down from trees. They fly around. Like, that's a really good combination of graphical effects. And that's what you really like to see in a retro-inspired game. Because while a lot of these older games didn't necessarily have a crazy load of, like, the world's best polygon graphics, they more than made up for it by having lots of beautiful pixel art to kind of give you a lot of eye candies and also provide kind of an annoying distraction. Damn it, Crow! You had one job, not to be an asshole. The other thing that's kind of nice is we have a friend in this pet dog who helps us as we get murdered. And part of that is that this is kind of like an adaptive difficulty game, where the game plays around you as opposed to you having to like figure out, am I good enough for normal? Do I need to play it at easy until I'm used to a more retro old school adventure? So this is a good combination. Now, if you are interested in backing a game like this, and I'd say why not, this is actually pretty good so far. Basically, they're looking to get about 50 grand, around 40, 50 grand Canadian, in order to finish the game. Now, normally I'd say, like, I'm not so certain whether or not they'll get it, but this is a game that's basically already feels like it's mostly done. They just need to finish the rest of the development, and they're good to go. And on top of that, this game's only been out for, like, crowdfunding, gathering up money for a couple of days at the time of me making this video, and they basically already have their funding with, like, 29 days left to go. So I'm not super worried about, you know, this game becoming a thing, and possibly your pal Larry getting the full version to play through at a later date. Also, the crows explode into feathers that are on fire, so that's a thing. But yeah, no, I like this. This is really good. Like, this has all those old school feels. I think the only thing it's missing now is some of those weird power-ups and alternate weapons you could run across all over the place in the original Ghosts and Ghouls. But at the same time, I suppose, even though that other game is pretty much out of circulation now, you still gotta be really careful with not infringing 100% on someone else's copyright. So you gotta dance around that sort of a thing. I'm gonna murder everything that's coming in from off screen, because I'm going to ride the magic platforms, probably. Well, there's sometimes magic platforms. Last time I played through this demo, there was some little floaty platforms, but I'm not sure what causes those to spawn. So I think this is a specialty area, because I fell down before. We'll go in here and see what we've got, besides just a bunch of shit. Is there a button I can press? Not really. Okay, I guess this is just there's just an ominous gate here for seemingly no reason. That's it. So this game, what do you get in this game? Well, first off, the basic backer level, the early bird special, of which there's still almost 300 of left, is for about $18 Canadian. You can get the full game, I believe, once it comes out. And I think Canadian money is not quite as valuable as the regular American dollar. So that's a little bit of a savings of around maybe 15 bucks. So that's not bad. And the final product for this game is going to have, you know, like an art book, and they're going to have like an orchestrated soundtrack or an arcade soundtrack. So you really get that old school orchestrated arcade feel in this game. And then they're also going to include a bunch of upgrade things and RPG elements to it, where you can accentuate the weapons and armor that your character has. And this game is going to have about 10 primary levels with about 10 stages apiece. So that kind of equates to, in my mind, about 50 levels, give or take, of like individual things that you can fuck around with and murder everything. So that's kind of... Oh yeah, here's those floaty platforms I was talking about. But there's lots of content in this. Like, you're not going to be wanting for content, which is... Oh, can I destroy these? Wait. Oh, the dog, like, destroys them or something. Can I blow these up? I guess not. But there's gonna be lots of content in this game. And again, like, clearly, this is pretty much a solid, almost done foundation in the game. So I'm excited. Like, this is a type of retro game that is just my speed. Kind of like Shovel Knight did. And there's just a random statue of some young lady here. Somewhere is the end of this boneyard. Not sure where. Oh, frickin' ghouls. I told you. You gotta take a lady out to dinner and a movie first, or maybe theater and, like, dining out at the local inn, since this is a medieval time period. Something like, oh, there's evil Grim Reapers trying to touch my booty. No, bad Reaper. Bad Reapy Gene. Oh, what fun it's been since I've danced with you in the pale moonlight, or some such. Okay, gotta be careful. Oh, Reapers are here. Stop it! I said stop it, Grim Reapers, go. Oh, did they just kill Grandpa? Oh, shit. Okay, apparently Grandpa can only get his... Oh, there he is. I was about to say, apparently Grandpa can only get his ass beat so much before he just gets pro-zoned. So that's worth noting for the future, if I don't constantly die. But yeah, no, like, this is pretty good. It reminds me a lot of dinking around in Shovel Knight. And I hope that they continue to add newer game mantras, game design mantras to this game. Because, like, the old game was really annoying, and they've already kind of fixed a lot of that by simply having things like not constantly restarting you over from the start of the freaking level. So that's always a nice touch. So just newer game design theories and functions and stuff like that will be really nice to have. Newer RPG elements, newer upgrades and everything, and just cool weapons and spells that you can utilize, and this game will be pretty good to go. Now, I didn't really spend too much time looking at the backer rewards because I'm mostly interested in what you get from the actual game. Ooh, what's this? Is this a people? This is some random ghost lady. Hi, ghost lady. I guess you don't do anything, ghost lady, so you have fun. But looks like the game's gonna offer you, like, soundtracks, art books, different behind-the-scenes stuff for different backer levels. Maybe including your name or something in the game as a character. And I think this has already got a really nice, solid foundation, which, again, is something that you're looking for in any type of Kickstarter game. Because there's been a lot of games that have looked like they've got their stuff together, but didn't have a demo that never really materialized with anything. So it's always good to see that they've already got something in the works that you can play to prove that this game is just about done. They just need to finish the final bits and bops of development, and then they are good to go. And that is just a monster mash worth of zombies and skeletrons. I am not sure if I want any of that mix and match. Oh, and you can shoot the skeletons as they come out of the background, that's good. Otherwise, that would flippin' suck. Still wondering if I'm ever gonna get... Maybe that's not in the game yet, like, other weapons. Because I remember in the original Ghosts and Ghouls, you'd randomly get weapons dropping from some of the enemies, even in the first area, that would provide you with a different weapon that you could use to kill everything. And then you'd fight the first boss, which was just a giant bag of dicks. Like, he was an asshole. Oh, and it looks like I do the falling shimmy whenever I jump on one of these. Yeah, alright. I'm certainly not going to question it. So what is the goal here? Oh, I guess I just fall all the way down to Narnia. Alright, how is it going, Narnia? Is it good for you down here with all of your magic juice? So it looks like as I level up the blue bar, the dog does more damage by sucking up the magical essence of all these other enemies in the area. So it's almost like I'm getting ectoplasm so that Slimer on the Ghostbusters will touch the butts. Alright, you're on your own from here, Maddie. Have to go back and protect the castle. Fritzy will protect you from now on. He looks like he can hold his own just fine. Also, he's already dead, so, you know, he can't die again. So take care, sweetie, and come back to the castle whenever you need. Oh, thanks, Grampy. I'll see you soon. So yeah, the town is like the hub world. You can travel back and forth throughout the game. Very castle, or not castle, but very Shovel Knight style. So this is gonna make for like a nice Metroidvania-y game. And I'm enthused. Like, this looks delicious. It's got... The first thing you notice is that this thing's got good graphical fidelity here with this old school 16-bit art that's already done very well. So this should be great. 10 out of 10 material. So, looks like we're in a catacombs, and somewhere in here has got a map for us. Now, I'm guessing that the map is going to be where they say, hey, be sure to back us on Kickstarter. Which I don't blame them, like, you always need to do something like that. And there's a weird old lady here. What is... Can I talk to you? Is there a button that talks to old ladies? Not the Xbox button on my controller. I don't know if this... Oh, there's a magic chest here. Alright, so that's just random hidden loot. Well, that's also very retro style. I like some of that. And there's a room full of ghouls. This kind of reminds me of Johnny Quest, where they had that Johnny Quest Extreme game. Ooh, I got a new spear. Oh shit, yeah. Does that mean I can... Oh, I got axes. I've got throwing axes. Alright, that's cool. That might actually be a little bit better. So I can just swap axes around at things. Yes! This is gonna be great. Yeah, Johnny Quest had that episode where they're trying to bring back some ancient Incan evil for, like, this old plague that was brought into the world by the Incas, which is what destroyed that particular group of Incas. And this is what that reminds me of. Just a bunch of old dead mummies hanging out on the wall like it's Mardi Gras. And also, that guy is invisible or something. Oh no, I just couldn't see him when he was offside of the screen. Got it. He looked all phantomy when I hit him with my axe, so I wasn't completely sure. Let's destroy these plants. Kill this. Hello. I found a secret. This is what I loved about flippin' Shovel Knight, except for Shovel Knight's amiibo crap on the Nintendo systems. I don't understand amiibos. Why would you buy an amiibo when I could just buy a direct DLC from Nintendo? I'm confused. Not sure if I completely understand that, but whatever. There we go. There's a ladder. Let's see what's up at the top. It's more shenanigans. Fuck yeah, more shenanigans. Although, since this is a game being made by a guy and his daughter, I should probably watch my language. She is quite young. Probably shouldn't be so sweary. Sweary Larry is usually fun for the whole family, but not always. So it looks like I got an extra life there or something, so that's gonna be sweet. Unfortunately, now I have to run all the way back through the upper level of this catacomb, so that's kind of trolly. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing where this game goes. And hopefully they send Larry a review copy once it comes out. That's usually part of why I like doing these videos, is because it kind of gets me my foot in the door for one of them review copies. Because this already looks delicious on every level. Also, bats are trolling my brains out. They're just hiding up there in the terrain like little trolly bastards. Bastard to swear? I'm gonna say yes. Probably is. Oh, there's this little cute little knight. I like the knights. Like, they've got all the animations in this game really well done as well. All of the little characters and enemies all kind of have their own personalities to them. That's pretty good. I like it. I don't know if I can swim. I'm wearing heavy armor, so I'm gonna say probably not. It was interesting that despite how many groups of people that lived in medieval times in castles near large sources of water didn't really know how to swim. That was always kind of awkward. But I guess, you know, staying out of the water is fine. It's not like anyone living near lava ever said, you know, I bet I could swim in that. Like, no, That's not really a thing that sane human beings say. I'd probably say it, because I'm a bit of a crazy person. But sane human beings, maybe not so much. Kill these bats. And look, Bones McGillicuddy is going to touch us. No, it said bad, Skeletron. Bad. Get out of here with your sauce and your weird old sword that kind of looks like you got it from IKEA. It's getting weird, man. Getting weird. So I guess you pick up money, but I'm not really seeing an indicator of what the money means or what the money does at present. I would assume that it's going to be like Shovel Knight, where you go back to the hub town of the castle, and you can buy different upgrades, potions, more health points, because starting out with 2 is a little on the rough side, even for a game based on ghosts and ghouls in the modern era. But there are still games that are designs that you're one-shot killed that are released on Steam every day, so I guess it shouldn't surprise me that much, but it does a little bit. Little bit. Although I like that the resurrection lightning that is used on you keeps you from getting hit by things around you, because it just turbo nukes the environment. That's a nice touch. Like, this is just full of nods to a lot of classic gameplay, just without the necessarily knuckle-grinding drag of having to only be hit once and then you gotta restart the whole flippin' game. Like, it's fine that they didn't keep up with that, because that's a little ridiculous in the modern gaming age, where we have better game design standards than we once did. Ooh, hello. Hello, ghost lady. Do you have bacon for Larry? Ooh, it is better armor. Oh, heck yes. And I got a better axe with it, too. So now we're a Dragon Knight. Oh, hell yeah. Guess it's time to slam bam all these things. So my overall impression of this game is this is something to back on Kickstarter. I don't necessarily say that about everything anymore, just because I've had to develop a keener sense of what looks decent. I do get a lot of games submitted to my email for showcases that appear on... Ooh, and I also have 5 health now. That's awesome. So I guess that's probably a nod that the boss is nearby. But, like, there's a lot of games that Ooh, this guy is very spicy and massive. Oh, alright. Settle down, Bones. I'm gonna need you to relax, Bones. I'm gonna need you to settle it down. Oh, the boss design, much better than regular ghosts and ghouls. Already. Nope, don't you do it. Don't you do it, Bones. No. I said no. 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 Stab it. Get out of here. Get out of here with your sauce. Your soft serve sauce. Ooh, almost touched me a little bit there. Am I gonna get my armor back, or am I pretty much without that armor now? It was cool while it lasted, I suppose. Oh, now I'm dead. Yeah, it looks like that was just a temporary buff, which is too bad. But hopefully if you buy newer, better armor later in the game, it'll allow you to keep it for longer. Like, that'll be a little bit cooler. Since this game isn't really out, I'm not gonna worry too much about getting all the loot. Although I think it's cute that you can get all that loot even when you're dead. Gonna smack you around. How much health do you have, buddy? Alright, get out of here, zombers. Zambros. I don't need your sauce right now. I gotta get going. Also, it would be nice to have, like, a sprint ability or something. Because I find myself kind of in need of running past this butt munch. But yeah, this is definitely better boss design. Like, you can clearly tell when he'll do damage to you, as opposed to when he just wants to smoosh the ground underneath of you. The other thing that might be nice to have in this game would be as if the boss could kill his own minions, which would be a nice feature to have. Ow! That was rude, sir. You're being rude now. Ow. Alright, let's just go. Oh, I guess I only have so many lives on the boss before it makes me start over. But yeah, you get the idea here. This is Battle Princess Madelyn, who is up on Kickstarter to be backed so that you can get this delicious game fully developed in all of its retro glory. It's been showcased by a number of outlets, including the Chupacabra's lair. Probably the most illustrious outlet for being showcased. And I think it's pretty good. Give it a try. You can check it out for possible backing up on Kickstarter. It's made by Causal Bit Games, which is an interesting name. It's also done in conjunction with Indie Hound. Don't know a lot about Indie Hound, but they've got a pretty good set of people working on it, so I'm hopeful. That's it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I've been your host, Larry. Check this game out for yourself. Link is in the description and probably up in the annotations at the end of the video on the end screen. And I'll catch you next time as I try to murder this giant Skeletron. I don't know how long this is gonna take, and I don't want this video to last an eternity. Because it might just do that. Ouchie, ouch. Frickin' Skeletor. This is why we can't have nice things, you butthole. Don't do the monster mash on my face. How dare you? How dare you? I'm a nice person, Skeletor. Alright, just kill these. Alright, but yeah, that's it. Bye, everybody. Have a good one. Check this game out, back it. I think it's worth your time. Toodles.